and the thunder.
What's up, you guys? It's Jonno! Today we got some major news from Pokemon Go. They're going to finally, 2 years later, accept Pokestop submissions, but on a very, very limited basis. This basically affects nobody who is watching this video. It's only for people in Brazil and South Korea. But before I just get into the boring GoHub article that everybody is reading on their video, I want to offer you guys some very interesting perspective on this feature from the point of view of somebody who has actually submitted Pokestops in Pokemon Go. That's right, I have actually submitted Pokestops in Pokemon Go because I am an old school Ingress player, you guys. I had a very high level account in Ingress and I was able to submit many Pokestops. I have some videos on my channel which you guys can see here. They have like no views. It's actually funny. I'm like, oh well, like nobody cared that I submitted a Pokestop, right? But I actually did submit Pokestops through Ingress. Now, I'm going to offer you guys some very unique perspective here. None of the other Pokemon Go YouTubers are going to give you this perspective, so let's dive right into it. This is my portal review submissions, alright, you guys? These are all of the different types of portal reviews that you can actually get. These come from my email. These are the emails that I got back from Niantic in response to my portal edits, my portal photos, and my portal submissions. There's 3 different types there. Now, I don't know if this will translate over to Pokemon Go, but it kind of gives us a foundation for what to expect from the ability to change things in Pokemon Go. Now, let's go ahead and look at this. I've got portal photo accepted in this particular case. All right, I gave just a change in the photo. Now, if you go to this gym right here, you actually will see this photo. It's my photo. I took that photo. I recognize it, okay? So that is interesting. Also, I emailed some friends at that time. This was in 2014. Tells you how long ago I was playing Ingress. All right, it took about 3 or 4 days for them to turn around this photo edit. But it was a lot longer for portal submissions, you guys. Much longer for portal submissions. Let's go look at some portal submissions. Well, before we do that, let's look at a data edit. Okay, I edited the data on this one. They gave me 200 basically points in the game for editing the data on this. I'm pretty sure that I just proposed some changes to the description of this thing because it was improperly labeled. It didn't have the artist on there correctly labeled or something like that, so I changed the name of the portal, something like that. But they accepted it. Now we've got Ingress Portal Live. These are some submissions that I put in Bolinas. I go vacation in Bolinas sometimes. It's a vacation spot that I really like because it's really super chill, and I was able to submit some public buildings and some public art in Bolinas. They gave me 1,000 points, which you can see is more than the points I got on the other types of submissions, so they value these submissions greater. So that's the third type you can get. You could get a third response, which is that your portal has been accepted. I had quite a few portals accepted, so this was pretty good. I was really happy about these, basically. I was really proud of these. Now, you can also see that I had some that were rejected. All these ones that say portal review complete, they rejected these. It says, oh no, it says good work, we've accepted this portal. That's interesting. So they accepted that one, but they have some other ones that are complete. It says, given the information you provided, we decided not to accept this candidate. And it's like, why didn't they take that one versus all the other stuff that I did in the cemetery that was right next to it? It doesn't really give you any reason why they didn't take it. And I submitted stuff that was right next to this that did get accepted. Obviously, you can see this is the exact same cemetery. And I submitted many submissions here and they got accepted. So you can see in this video, if you care to go watch it, 79 views back when my channel was pretty small. And you know, I submitted all these Pokestops, they got accepted. I'm pretty happy about that. This one was a historic bench. I noticed that if you put certain words in the title of your submission, you're more likely to get accepted. Like I would put historic and they would get accepted. I would put like mural and art and things like that and they would get accepted. Kind of interesting, you know, basically kind of describing it so that it would have a better chance to get accepted. So yeah. However, this candidate is too close to an existing portal. See, this is another type of response that you might get. They actually would have accepted this one, but it's too close to an existing portal, so people may not want to submit stuff. You're only going to get 5 submissions with the way that they have released all the portal submissions right now. That's what it says here in the GoHub article. You'll get a total of 5 daily submissions. So you may not want to waste those on submissions that are already next to, you know, portals, because, or next to Pokestops, because they probably won't get submitted. So that's kind of interesting. Anyway, this is probably the only YouTube channel that you're going to see this perspective. I'm actually an old school Ingress player. I submitted many portals and they did get accepted. Some of them got rejected. And probably the most interesting thing here that you can see is the turnaround time. Look at this, you guys. These are all in August of 2017, right? Over the course of about a week, they responded to every single one of my submissions. Okay, so you can see, oh no, actually over the course of about 2 weeks, they responded to every single one of my submissions. I sent those submissions in during this time period right here, 2015, all right? I was playing heavily 2014 into 2015, and I submitted all of those stops sometime around 2015, possibly early 2016. It took them between 1 and 2 years to respond to my portal submissions. That is the takeaway from this whole video, okay? If you guys take away anything from this video, it took them 1 to 2 years to respond to my portal submissions. All right, I'm just saying, guys, you can tell that they don't love this feature. They obviously did not take this feature out of Ingress and put it into Pokemon Go. And now, after 2 years of people complaining about it, they're finally bringing it over. So you can tell that as a company, they hate this feature, okay? They don't love this feature. They did not want to respond to the emails. They did not want to respond to the portal submissions. And it took them about a year of ignoring them completely, possibly even 2 years of ignoring them completely, before they finally decided to do something about it. And that's the same thing that we experience in Pokemon Go. They took them about a year, no, 2 years, 2.5 years now, of ignoring this feature completely before they finally decided to let us have Pokestop submissions. And it's only on a beta testing basis. They're only going to give it to Korea and Brazil to start out. So I'm just saying, if it took them 2 years to respond to the submissions here, how long do you think they're going to take to respond to the submissions in the beta? And then how long do you think they're actually going to take to give this to the whole world, where you in rural United States can actually take advantage of this feature? And you in rural India, for example, they're not giving it to India, which probably has the most need of any player base in the entire world to get Pokestops based on their population versus the lack of stops that they have. So, I mean, they could give it to a lot more useful player groups, but they're giving it to Korea and Brazil first. I assume that's based on the fact that they think they're going to get less volume from those places, so they won't have to deal with this right here, which is more emails than they can handle, and then they never respond to them, which is the same thing that they did with their support. Remember, if you emailed support during 2016, you never got a response. It took like 3-4 months to get a response in some cases. So yeah, that's kind of the name of the game with Niantic from what I've noticed. They don't want to respond to the community or respond to support requests, and you know, it's been the case with their company since Ingress and all the way through the history of Pokemon Go. So I mean, it's just kind of the name of the game with them. I don't understand why they don't manage their community better, but this is, you know, this is the previous experience. We all know what the Pokemon Go experience has been during 2016 and 2017, and you know, now I kind of feel like the Pokestop submissions is too little too late. Like, my friends who quit the game are not coming back. I've already asked them, are you coming back? And every single one of them down the line said, no, I'm not coming back. So I had to make new friends who play Pokemon Go. I'm sure you all had the same experience. Your regular everyday friends don't want to play this game. They're not coming back. And you had to make new friends who play the game. So yeah, that's kind of the Pokemon Go experience. Anyway, guys, that's all I have on this topic. It's a pretty simple topic. I mean, you can go watch anybody else's video if you want me to read the entire GoHub article to you. I'm not going to do that on this video, but I thought it was a little bit more interesting to talk about my experience with this feature in the past through Ingress. I submitted a lot of portals. I actually have multiple portals inside this cemetery alone, as well as portals in Bolinas. If you guys ever go to Bolinas, you can check out some of my portals there. I also have portals in Sacramento. I have portals pretty much everywhere. This was my favorite feature in Ingress. It was my absolute favorite feature in Ingress. There is no greater badge of honor than seeing your name on a stop that everybody else goes and visits. I mean, there is no greater badge of honor. So I really feel like if they're gonna do this correctly, they need to put people's trainer name on the stop so it's a badge of honor that they submitted it. And you know, it's kind of sad that they don't have that ability to go back and get those names from Ingress so people could get credit. But you know, they developed a feature the way that they developed it. I really don't understand why they did it. the way that they did it, and there's so many missed opportunities. I mean, the absolute coolest thing about this feature was getting my name on the portal, and I'm pretty sure that that won't happen in Pokemon Go, because then there would be some portals that have people's names and some that don't have people's names, and it would be weird. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have no idea how they're gonna roll it out, but I do know that the most interesting and coolest parts of this feature were, you know, being able to get your name on a stop, and also just kind of that feeling of like, I submitted it. That's one stop in the world. Somebody's gonna get to submit it, but I got there first and I submitted it, and I don't think any of that is going to get rolled into Pokemon Go, because you won't get your name on it and you just won't get that credit. But we'll see. We'll see. If they do put names on the stops, it's going to be super, super lit. That's probably going to be the coolest part of this feature. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to end this video. I just wanted to offer some unique perspective. I know everybody's just doing the exact same video and covering this article right here, but I had a little bit different idea about what I wanted to do for this content, so there it is. Anyway, thanks you guys for watching. Thank you to my amazing subscribers, and peace!